Hello? I don't even know. Can somebody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Did not mean to do that. Hello? Hello? Okay. I'm just gonna wait. Maybe somebody's gonna join. uh, okay, so I wonder if this thing works actually. Let's wait for a second here. Let's see if this thing works. Hello? Hello? Oh, cool. Okay, well, we're just gonna wait for a second here and see if anybody joins. And then if anything. Oh, there you go. Hey, what's up, Max? Oh, cool. Hey, what's up, Max? You're the first one. Good to finally talk to you, man. Thank you for all the comments on the Succession thing. Can you hear me, by the way? I'm having a janky setup here because I'm probably gonna need to reschedule this because my main computer is having issues, so I'm using like a laptop right now. Great. How's your weekend? How's your Friday? No, we got another viewer. Yo. Yeah, I mean, same. I was really excited to do the stream, but it turns out that my main computer is having like upload speed issues, and I looked up potentially how to fix it, and they're saying that I might need to run like an antivirus on my main computer. Oh, cool. I really liked Hawkeye. A lot of people don't actually like Hawkeye that much, but I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Thought it was fun. What's up, Chubby Chuckle? Thank you for your comments as well on the Succession reaction. Yeah, I'm using this janky mic over here, as you can see. The Boondocks. Yeah, I saw your comment about that. There was a bunch of suggestions. Mad Men was another suggestion. That's another acclaimed show that I haven't seen that I'm pretty excited for. Edward, my favorite Succession character. This is so janky. I really didn't want to do it like this. I wanted to do it better. I have a nicer camera back there. Yeah, my favorite Succession character, Roman. It's got to be Roman. I'm a big fan of Roman. Uh, yeah, I just thought I'd hop on here, chat for a little bit through this laptop. Uh, I'm probably gonna have to reschedule this stream, so look out in the future on the community tab, especially in the next, hopefully in the next couple of days. I might need to do some things here on my computer for an updated version of the stream because I had a whole tier list set up and everything, and I wanted us to do like a video thing, but I can't use my main computer right now for all of that, so that sucks. Let me know if you guys can't like hear me if I'm like wasting my time here like this. I'm pretty sure it's working. It might not be the best, but I'm pretty sure it's working. Um, oh wait, why was the message deleted by Streamlabs? No, I didn't mean. Hold on, let's view the deleted message. Sorry, Max. I had a thing. Sorry, sorry about that, guys. I had a thing turned on earlier. I'm looking at the message right now, Max. Yeah, he had. Yeah, Roman had like Kieran Culkin did an interesting thing with Roman's movements. I thought he had this. How do I? Can I? Ah, whatever. Roman had like an interesting thing. He did like this walk a lot. Like he walked like this a lot, his hands behind his back like this. So Kieran Culkin did some interesting things with the movements. I was asked about my favorite side character. You said Carl is your favorite side character. He did have a lot of funny lines, especially after Logan died. That was yeah. Carl like really did step up. Who's my favorite side character? I'm trying to think. Uh Carl is a good one. Um in terms of side characters that a very minor side character that kind of disappeared throughout the show, and I was not a big fan of her disappearing, Tabitha. I thought Tabitha was great, and I thought like the actress did a great job, and she brought good energy, and especially when she was with Roman. No, Max, don't worry about it. I just didn't know. I kind of forgot that this was put up there. So yeah, Tabitha I thought was really fun, and then she kind of disappeared. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna need to fix this thing later. I didn't realize Streamlabs would like take away these big messages. I thought if somebody was writing like a whole paragraph, that's not really that long. I am seeing your message. I will check your message. If it says that if it got deleted, I can check it still. So I am checking your message, Edward. I think one of my favorite parts of the show is that in my first watch, I was rooting for different character episode by episode, and suddenly hating others. Yeah, that's a great show. That's a great thing about this show is that like you would really go from hating somebody to really liking somebody to hating somebody. Like I went through ups and downs with Tom, especially. There were moments where I was rooting for Tom and thought he was like an underdog. And then later I would just be like, oh, I hate this guy. Like this guy's a dick because he is a dick. Uh Thank you so much for the kind words. I enjoyed your succession reactions very much. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you are just joining the stream, this is not the stream that I wanted to have. I have to use another computer here. I wanted to use my main computer. I had a whole setup going on, but it can't handle the stream right now. So I had to use another thing. Let's see here. Chubby, you sent a message. Let's see. Tabitha was great. Yep. There's many great characters, but not enough minutes. The guy met at the management training. Yes, 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 Chubby. I completely agree with you on that. His name was Brian, and he's played by this actor. He was in Severance. Did any of you watch Severance last year on Apple TV? Great show. He was one of the main characters on Severance. He's a good actor, but they only had him for one episode, and then he disappeared. And that he is the perfect example of my negative with the show because this show does have a negative, in my opinion. People will say it's a perfect show, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, it does have a negative with how it treats people, with how it treats its side characters. Like side characters would just disappear. Um, yeah. So like Brian, for example, like you brought up Chubby, the guy Roman met at the management thing. I remember Roman that episode was like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring this guy back with me because I like him," and I thought, "Hell, hey, a new partnership maybe." And then we never saw him again. So that's kind of a thing. Greg was the biggest glow down in the entire show post season 4 for me. You know what's funny, Edward? I was thinking by the end of the show, in the last couple of episodes, I was thinking, will Greg ever like have further character development? Because he had development in terms of his status, like where his job's at, right? He got better jobs. But like in terms of his character, he was always kind of an idiot that follows Tom. I feel like a character development that could have worked for him is for him to step up to Tom eventually, have a scene where he steps up to him. But he never did that. He just kind of always stayed in his shell. So maybe they could have done a little bit better with Greg's development towards the end, given him a little bit more to do. Yeah, Greg's the egg. Um, yeah, I could see these actors saying they want to see the show continue, but I think 4 seasons, you gotta know when to say goodbye, and you wanna say goodbye on a high, and honestly, I think they picked a good place to end it. In the reaction that I posted today, I did watch that final thing when they end the episode and they have, like, the director and the writer talk about the episode, um, and they said, they lost. They lost the company, and there's no more succession. There's no more anybody to succeed, so what was the point, you know what I mean? So that I think that makes sense, like, leave it there. What does that say? It was fairly realistic for Greg. I think one of the most disturbing moments of Succession was when Kendall God damn it, I hate that it does that, and I can't even change it, right now. I think one of the most disturbing for Kendall in Succession was Kendall and, Roman's hug in the final, the way Kendall put the slime puppy were. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that comment. That was like a weird scene to watch because like I was trying to figure out like what is going on there. And yeah, I think you can definitely read it as like he's hurting Roman, putting him in his place. Okay, so younger Logan Chubby, I thought would be interesting. Would I watch an entire show? Okay, maybe I would watch an entire show of that. You got to do it well. I'm not a big fan of if you're gonna type a long message, by the way, ignore what Streamlabs is saying. I will still look at your message. I just didn't know it would erase messages like that. Just if you want to type something, I'll look at it. What was I saying? Sorry. The the prequel Logan show. You would really have to do it well. I think Better Call Saul is one of the best prequel shows. I don't like prequels because I'm like, well, I know where this character's fate is at. But if you do it well, I'm all down for a Logan prequel show. Yeah, yeah. Hold on, give me a second. Maybe I can change it here. Give me a second here. If I go to here, nope. If I go to here, and if I go to here, and then what if I remove Streamlabs as a moderator? Maybe now we'll update. Maybe now Streamlabs will be done uh, handling your messages. I'm sorry if it still does. I just removed it as a moderator on my other computer. So yeah, Max, I got to agree with you on that. Yeah, he kept on bringing up his stitches, and yeah, it was like an unspoken thing that they had. What about you guys? Are you guys fans of prequel stuff? I'm really iffy on prequels. Oh, hold on. I think the message is still. I think the message is working now. Streamlabs did say something, but the message didn't get deleted. Uh huh. Shocking everyone. Said the actor who played Colin stopped them. you know, jumping in the river, I think that's kind of overdoing it. And I know I've seen clips and I've seen stuff on the internet that Jeremy Strong, the actor himself, can be too much. He can be doing too much sometimes. But I think you have to know when to be subtle about things. Him jumping in the river would have been insane. Yeah, Edward, I gotta agree with you on that. Yep. Yeah, Max, definitely. Like, and I was just thinking that in when did this show come out? 2018, right? He what was I saying? He would have I lost what I was saying. But in 2018, I think this thing was um the I lost what I'm saying. I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Nick and Gunskin. As you can see, I'm doing the stream on a crappy laptop because my main computer can't handle it right now. So that's an L. uh, Yeah, yeah, I don't have it right now. Of Micro Center. Yeah, so what it turned out is my main computer has like no upload speed, but all my other devices have upload speed. So I gotta check my computer for upload speed issues. No, this is not great. You know, Kendall just does too much, right? Like Shiv, I think does too much sometimes, but Kendall just does too much, man. Him desperately begging people, it was I don't know, it was not it. Really didn't enjoy it. I'm the eldest boy. Oh man, what a line. What a line that was. Alex Kuchnicki. Yeah, no, Kendall just the worst for real. Yeah, gotta agree. Gotta agree with that. Kendall is the epitome of try hard. Um, he could listen. There is a chance that he will attempt to commit, suicide, but I think something will eventually stop him. I would like to think that Rava and the kids, maybe, who he never sees, who the show barely ever includes in the show, would potentially stop him. I think suicide is a very extreme thing. It's very believable for Kendall. Kendall would do it, but I would think that he'll be fine. He's gonna be very 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 depressed for a while, but I think he'll live. Yeah, yeah. Kendall self destructed his favorite episode. Okay. So I answered this the other day on the episode 9 reaction. Somebody asked me this. Listen, Connor's wedding. I know a lot of people are gonna say Connor's wedding. Connor's wedding really good, but I think that's too obvious. My favorite episode is the season 1 finale. I think about that episode a lot when they were in London and they had that big plot twist with Kendall. I think that was like, whoa, that took it to another level. Yeah, Max. Yeah, Roman cares about his siblings, so I could definitely see Roman, come back, helping them, or at least Roman will be there with Shiv, especially if Shiv gives birth to this kid and Roman becomes an uncle. He's a very family guy, so I think Roman uh will be there for his siblings no matter what. Yeah, holy throwback. Yeah, Alex, I don't know, just episode season 1 was, I think it's so good. I think season 1 is so good. And the ending of that was really good. Okay, so somebody Chubby just asked me about my ranking for seasons 2, 1, 4, and 3. That's Chubby's ranking. My ranking would have to be hold on, I gotta think. Uh okay, so I'll probably say right now, I'm gonna say my ranking is 1, 4, 2, 3. Let me just type that in the chat actually. 1, 4, 2, 3. Or or honestly, you could even flip 4 and 2. Or 1, 2, 4, and 3. I think we all agree that 3 was probably like the least, the it had like some off episodes in that one. 2, 4, 1, and 3. Yeah, like thinking right now. I'm like, where do I put season 2? Like, season 2 had banger episodes, like banger after banger episodes, right? But like, I don't know. For some reason, I mean, recency bias, season 4 comes up to the mind a lot, right? But I'm just thinking, what like season 2? Maybe I'm disrespecting season 2, putting it third. Honestly, I think I might be disrespecting. Really, Edward? You think season 3 is the best? Darth Vader Kendall to Logan's Emperor. Okay, so you wanted me to read it the other way. Okay, so you guys are very high on season 2, and I put it third. Uh, uh, I I I think I'm happy with that. Season 1 just had like it was like the opening season, and it was like, whoa, like what are we doing here? It had a lot of great drama, and again, that last episode of season 1 was really good. Season 2 had a really great moment that I also think about a lot. This is okay, so Kumar said 4, 2, 1, 3. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people are high on season 4. Honestly, Max, like I think personally, I got used to the characters like pretty quickly. Tom was the one that in the first like 2, 3 episodes, I was like, fuck this Tom guy. And then I was like, oh wait, no. Tom is actually the better one in this relationship. Shiv is actually the worst. If you watch like all of my reactions, like you will definitely see me flip on Tom like pretty quickly. On the plane to Asia, you watched the entire first season on the plane. How long was the flight? I mean, I guess it's a okay, so you can watch the entire season in 10 hours, so it would have to be a 10 plus hour flight. Tom was an acquired taste. You don't sleep on planes 18 plus hours. Kumar said, I still believe they really loved each other. What's your thoughts on this? Honestly, I think they do. And I think that's the beauty of this show is that the they all do love each other, right? But it's the business aspect and their egos that get in the way of them. I really do believe that they care for each other and they love each other and you know they just they do, but like things get in the way, you know what I mean? Like their egos get in the way of it. Shiv said to Kendall, ignore Streamlabs, by the way. It's no longer deleting the comments, right? You guys can see the comments. Streamlabs is still saying things, but it's not deleting it on my screen. Shiv did say in the final moment, she said, Kendall, I love you, but I cannot stomach you. But she did say she loves him, so that's something. The published screenplay of Succession with lots of deleted scenes. Tabitha appeared. I would have loved another Tabitha appearance. Alex, honestly, I'm high on Connor. I'm high on Connor. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Connor. Although, okay, does it not feel sometimes like why was Connor even created? I had those thoughts a few times. Okay, I had those comments a few times. Like why why did they create Connor if they're like he had some side plots and obviously his political thing came ahead like towards the end. But honestly, there are some seasons like 2 and 3 for example where like I think back on them and I'm like, what did Connor even do that season? Like what impactful thing did he have that season besides some funny scenes here and there? It's it's very interesting to create Connor but also leave him out of a lot of stuff. But I am a big fan of Connor. No, don't say that. I'm thinking just like Logan. Why? Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Uh okay. All right, Max. I like that. I mean, Sarah obviously gonna say no. I agree with Sarah. I agree with Sarah. It is Shiv. It's Shiv. Yeah, you look at the way he talks to her, and I think he has this connection to his little girl. You know, he even has a nickname for her. He calls her Pinky all the time. So I think it is Shiv. It's Shiv. It's honestly, I think he's extremely disappointed in Ken. Yeah, It's Shiv. Um, Kendall fails because people doubt him. Okay, I can make an argument for that. Like if people are doubting him and he's trying so hard to prove himself, and him trying so hard leads to him to fail. So yeah, I could see that. Going back to the Connor thing, I see some of you have some opinions on Connor and the way he offsets things. Listen, Connor, even though there were moments where you forget about him, he is the best episode of this show is named after him. Connor's wedding, so he does get that. I'm a big fan of Connor, but there honestly, if you look back on the show, I do sometimes think like, eh, yeah, he was odd duckling. Yeah, no, he was great. He was really funny. Oh, Alex when he said that in season 4, that was honestly heartbreaking. That was honestly heartbreaking. I see that we are now up to 13 viewers, and I would just like to say that if you're joining me here for today's stream, this is not really the stream that I intended on having. I'm having to use actually my sister's laptop here because my main computer with my main camera that I record all my videos with, it's not really working. It's not holding up the stream, so I had to use another device. I apologize for that, but we're having fun talking to the chat here. What's up, Chris? Uh, hmm. Uh, Chris, do you think Connor comes off the best? Because there's still a possibility that Mencken doesn't that Mencken doesn't stay president and Connor doesn't get what he's supposed to get. And then Connor's broke. If Connor doesn't get Slovenia, doesn't get the ambassador thing, then Connor's broke. So Chris, I'm thinking I think Roman came out the best. Listen, I said Roman's my favorite character. I know, maybe biased. Actually, no, biased aside. If you really think about it, Roman came out the best. Do you think that Logan ultimately decided to sell Waystar to Madsen after the dinner with Kendall in Italy when he wanted to cash out? Damn, I really okay. So I got to think about when Roman came out. When no, not Roman. What am I saying? When Logan wanted to sell. Sorry about that. Edward Ewan was a great side character. Loved him. Love what the actor brought. When he spoke, that man spoke so well, uh, and it's just great. Ewan. Shout out to Ewan. Okay, so Chris, yeah, I see that emotional state of mind. Yeah, yeah. With Connor, he, I think with Connor, he came to term a long time ago with the fact that his dad, doesn't really care for him. I think he came to terms with that a while ago, even before his dad died. In his will. Oh yeah, the underline thing. I saw. Okay, so I did see that Jesse Armstrong did say something about it, but I didn't fully read it. So if anybody knows what Jesse Armstrong said about the underline thing, what was that? Did it crossed out? Was it underlined? And still saw Kendall as his heir. But when Kendall made the call to cash out, then Logan thought it was done. Hmm. Sometimes I laugh. We care so much about these billionaires after what they did to America. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Okay, so he said he underlined. Okay, okay, interesting. It's kind of funny that they never like went back to that. Like Kendall never even like looked at it. You could have done like I feel like you could have done maybe like a subtle thing, like Kendall looks back at it, like it wouldn't have to be like so in your face about it, but maybe he opens his phone and like looks at the picture one more time or something. That could have been interesting. What if yeah, okay, so what if the show ends on that final shot where he's sitting on the bench, he looks back at that picture he took, and then the audience are now left to being like, wait, now we're back to, was he underlined? Was he crossed out? What was that? But Jesse did answer the question already, so dude, Kumar, I gotta agree with you on that, man. Like these kids fucked America. they fucked it up and lost the company and then just pieced out. It's hilarious. Yeah, true. If you want to cross something out, he wrote like a really. He had to have like a shaky hand. Listen, if Logan just had a steady hand, we Kendall would have been fine. Kendall would have been fine. Yeah, no, Kendall went straight to betrayal. And that's him. That's him and Shiv. Him and Shiv do that, right? They form these relationships and then they say, "We're out. Peace." And like Shiv does that to Tom all the time. Shiv gets Tom back on her side. Like what was that episode? The episode before the election, right? At when they had a party at Tom's place, at Tom's and Shiv's place. Shiv was going around dissing him when just in the beginning of the episode they were all lovey-dovey. It's the way they do it. Uh, jumping the fence. Yeah, I think that's the implication, right? Is that the right word? That is that implication? I don't know. For a lot of people, they do think that Kendall is contemplating suicide after that. It shows in-universe story of how Logan built Wasted. No, I haven't seen the cartoon. Yep, Tailgate Party. That was the name of the episode that I was just talking about. Uh, yeah, I'm sorry. Which part? Tactical joke. Oh, the tactical. I was confused for a second. The tactical joke. Yeah, tactical joke. All right, Shiv. Tactical joke. Recent show about reality and American billionaires. Yeah, I mean, it's just all about research, I guess, right? It. What I found interesting about the show, and I've said this many times, it's the weaving in and out of politics in America with this big media conglomerate and how they influence the politics. When I entered the show, I was like, okay, we're doing business stuff, and then I was like, oh, yeah, yeah, Chubby, hold on, I'll get there in a second. Uh, and then they were like, hey, we're gonna weave into politics as well, and they're gonna influence what we're doing. Yeah, Chris, somebody did point that out that they that Jeremy did try to do a little too much there in that scene. Who hated her mother ultimately was put in her place in the final. Yep. I think Shiv has listen, people are saying that there is a possibility that Kendall was thinking about suicide, but I think Shiv is like trapped in a really cold and dark relationship. In the show is Roman neck and neck with Ken until season 4. Gotta agree with you on that. Roman, I already said he's my favorite. What was the episode that sold you on the show? Edward, you won't believe this, but it's episode 1. It is episode 1. It sold me on the show. Go back and watch my reaction. I had so much fun watching these billionaires argue and the drama in the first episode. It hooked me immediately. I was like, "Oh, I'm in. Let's do this." Remember when Roman flashed that $1 million check in front of that kid? I was like, "This is entertainment." Had the worst ending. Yeah, Shiv had the worst ending. Let me go up here a little bit. The banger theme song. Oh my god. Okay, so one of the plans that I had earlier, we were gonna watch this video. It was called "How Succession's Composer Created the Theme Song." How Nicholas Bertel, Vanity Fair released this. I don't even know how long ago. 3 years ago. I really wanted to watch this with you. Obviously, can't. Maybe we'll say this for next time if we ever do this again. But Nicholas Bertel, I want to give him a massive shout out because I'm someone who pays a lot of attention to theme songs in movies and shows. I pay attention a lot to the soundtrack, and the soundtrack in the show was a hit after hit after hit. I love the music. Love the music. All right, let's see what else I miss. Oh, cool. He won the Golden Globe for it. Jeremy tried to jump. Yep. People have pointed out that Jeremy tried to jump. I think I know what beat you're talking about. It's the beat where Kendall is entering the building again because Kendall likes hip hop. So Nicholas does this really cool thing with Ken sometimes, and honestly, some other characters too. He put some hip hop beats in there, and I mean Nicholas also wrote and did L to the OG, right? He did that song. He created that song himself. Yep, the ominous free work. If you so I okay, so the only thing that I wish Nicholas did different about his music is the naming of the songs. Because I have Apple Music and I would type in his name and then I would go to playlists and then his titles of soundtracks just don't make sense in my head. I'm like, what am I looking for here? He has some unique names for the songs, but I really enjoy listening to them. Yeah, it's all classical names. Yeah, yeah, but I enjoy it. So, uh, Saf. Here's me trying to read all of you guys' usernames. You said you missed Jeremy Strong. Succession was the first thing that I saw Jeremy Strong in. In 2019, I watched this movie, this Guy Ritchie movie that Matthew McConaughey is in. It's called The Gentleman, and that is the first thing that I saw Jeremy Strong in. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen The Gentleman, check it out by Guy Ritchie, Matthew McConaughey, Jeremy Strong, Charlie Hunnam is in it. Bunch of you'll see some other people in there as well. It's a really cool movie. I think it's on Netflix in America. Uh, I Kumar, are you asking me who the best performance was? Yeah, Jeremy was extremely slimy in that movie. Yeah, Jeremy plays kind of the bad guy in that movie. Okay, I haven't seen The Big Short. Yeah, it's a really The Gentleman. It's a really cool, really cool movie. Okay, so Ewan Edward. So Ewan, we saw his reaction, but I think we saw his reaction late. That's the thing about this show. That's the big negative that I have here is that its treatment of side characters. I think they were so focused on the main characters, which obviously that's the plot. That's what we want to focus on. In that Jesse, I guess, who writes these, and some other writers. I don't think he wrote every single episode. They sometimes forget about the side characters, and it's just a minor negative in a great show, I'd say. Best actor of season 4. Yeah, Kieran definitely took Kieran somehow took Roman to a whole other level in season 4. Um, yeah, he took it to another level. Yeah, Edward, I guess it's the trade off. Yeah. Chris, so they definitely had to have plans with Marsha, right? If remember in season 1, she was being all ominous. She was walking up to Shiv being like, "You don't know anything about me." And we were left thinking like, "Oh wait, is she cooking something in the background? Like what is Marsha doing?" Turns out nothing. Marsha was doing nothing. She was being Logan's wife until Logan cheated on her. Turns out Marsha was doing nothing really. What are some of your guys' favorite episodes that are not Connor's wedding? Give me an episode that you think is slept on that not a lot of people think about. I haven't seen Serenity. Oh, also Matthew McConaughey. Strange film. I appreciate it. I'll put down the list. You thought Marsha was a former intelligent agent? That would have been a twist. Uh, went through multiple wives, each which seemed to have their own plans going on. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It was like it seemed like Marsha had a plan going on, but it didn't. Tailgate Party 3, season 3, episode 5. Let me go ahead and look at the playlist here. Hold on. 335. Don't tell me 35 was the Meadow episode. Wait, was 35 the one with Brody? 1 second. 35, 35. Damn it. I'm clicking wrong things here. Hold on, chat. Oh, look at that. I get to I get to talk to you guys. I get to say, "Hey, chat, how's it going, chat?" No, 3-5 was the episode after Brody. Adrian, remember when Adrian Brody was in the show for like an episode? The worst episode, also. Yeah, I gotta agree. The way Marsha, the way all of his women sit together and they're all just kind of like, we can't be mad at each other anymore. This guy's gone. There's nothing to be mad at each other about now. We're at this guy's funeral. He did all of us dirty, but he's dead and we're alive. So, you know. Did you see the look at all the woman gave Carolina at the funeral when did you see the look that all the women gave Caroline, not Carolina. Carolina is the assistant. Also an underrated side character. She's really pretty too. Caroline is the mom, right? Season 2 final, really good. Kendall stabbed on that one. Too much birthdays up there for me. Yeah, the Too Much birthday, that was the Kendall's birthday, right? He had a very interesting thing there in that episode where he was trying to get not Roman. He was trying to get Connor to take his coat off, right? Because he felt like he was kept on losing control over his own birthday party, something that he thought he had tons of control over, and he realized nobody's there because they love him. People are just there to party. I don't think 3-5 would have someone else. Too Much birthday, Jeremy Strong's favorite episode. Cool. 2-9. Let me see what was 2-9. What was 2-9? I'm just looking at the thumbnails. You know, 2-9 was okay. It was a good one. It was just followed up by like a really good episode. And between 2-9, you have L to the OG right before it, and then right after it, you have the final. So I think 2-9 just kind of gets lost in that. Yeah, when he couldn't find the kids' gifts, you know, that was him really searching for his kids' gifts is like, I guess him also trying to be a good dad. You know, he already feels like he's not a good dad. He broke his arm. Okay, Max. Yeah, he did have a cast. I remember. Yes, thank you, Saf. Yes, season 1 final. Slept on. Okay, so that's an interesting thing, right? So Sarah was pregnant in real life. Do you think, now this is us just speculating, would they have given her a pregnancy plot if Sarah wasn't pregnant? Or was the pregnancy thing an actual writing thing? What do we think? Because I think her being pregnant and ending the show in this cold relationship where she also have to give birth to this man's child, that's really dark, right? My number one boy. He did say that. He said that to Logan, said that to Connor, I believe, in like the beginning of season 3. Or did he say that multiple times? He said that. He said that to him at the end of season 1 when he also threatened to expose him. Yes. In Warsaw, she's Polish. She was super kind. She's married to an actor that I know. I remember seeing this. What's her name? Let's see. 1 second here. I'm trying to find my keyboard here. There she is. Who is she married to? She was married to Patrick Wilson. She's married to Patrick Wilson, who is going to be in Aquaman 2 later this year. Yeah, Patrick Wilson. Yeah, Tom was really worried that Shiv wouldn't have his baby, and then at the end, she did. Yeah, maybe Sarah being pregnant was what kind of pushed them to write that plot. It doesn't matter. It works either way, honestly. In my top three, damn. Okay, if it is in my top three, if it is in my top three, it would have to be three. It would have to be three right now. Listen, I just don't want to give it recency bias. I want to really ponder upon it. If it is in my top three, it would be three right now. Dude, that would be dark if she aborted the kid. The podcast after the episode in season 4 were really interesting. Yeah, I'll check out the podcast. I like to listen to podcast. Other two. So okay, so you guys are asking for other two. Better Call Saul. I'm a huge fan of Better Call Saul. I think it's better than Breaking Bad. I might be in a minority here, but I think everything that they did, that Vince Gilligan did with Breaking Bad, they were like, we're just gonna do even better with Better Call Saul. And listen, this is gonna be extremely controversial. Netflix's Daredevil, I'm a huge fan of. Like, I love that show so much, and I'm really worried Disney's gonna mess it up. I'm extremely worried. I was worried about the abortion. Yeah, abortion was always on the table. Did you guys notice that she was like drinking still? Like she told everybody that she's pregnant and she was still drinking. I have seen Money Heist. I've seen the first 2 seasons, and then after they finished the heist, I was like, what's the point of keep going? And they kept making more and more of these, and I was like, I'm not checking them out because they already did the heist. So I never watched, I never watched I guess season 3, 4, and 5, whatever they had. I'm pretty sure they were up to 5. I only watched the first two. Was considered to be 13, 15 episodes, split into 2 halves. Edward, honestly, 10 episodes, I think is good. I think it's good. 15 seems like too much. 13, Netflix was doing 13 episodes before anybody was doing 13 episodes. I think that's actually not true. Don't quote me on that. But I think 13 episodes, Netflix proves sometimes that 13 is too much. So 10, I think 10 is actually like a great number for a show. If you have hour-long episodes and they're really good, 10, good length. Also, you got to think about this, right? They killed Logan off in the 3rd episode, right? They killed Logan off in the 3rd episode and then gave the kids to play around for 7 episodes. Saf, I mean, Daredevil. I'm a huge fan of Daredevil. Season 1 was so good. Yeah. Season 3 was just crazy. Roman and Jerry splitting up. Yeah, it's kind of sad. It's low-key sad. The Wire. No, I have not seen The Wire. Uh, yeah, I have not seen The Wire. Idris Elba, right? I think Idris Elba was in it, right? That was when he got his big break. I've heard a bunch of people talk about The Wire, but I've never seen The Wire. I'm still on season 3 of The Sopranos, so that is a must. Yeah. Listen, guys, if you put in one of the comments of the recent videos, if you guys put in a request for a show, there's tons of suggestions. I've seen all of them, and I'll pick and choose. I'll pick and choose of what we're doing. If your thing doesn't get picked, don't worry. It just didn't get picked right now. Maybe in the future, right? Okay, so Max, you say they really did care about each other and could have made a great team if Roman matured. I don't really like singling out Roman here because I think Kendo and Shiv were the ones that were on some crazy stuff. Mad Men. So okay, so people have suggested such things as Mad. I've seen Mad Men a lot. I've seen Mr. Robot, which I'm kind of interested in. I'm like, what's going on there? Rami Malek. A lot of people suggested The Leftovers, which is on HBO too. So The Leftovers was suggested a lot too. I personally want to watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I know it's a sitcom. It's very different from what we're doing here. Let me know. Have any of you seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Should I start doing it? We can do two shows, you know? No, not Leftovers. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just telling you what I've seen so far people are saying. Um what about Always Sunny in Philadelphia? There's a high chance that it's not only going to be one show, guys. I might do two, maybe three. Three might be pushing it because I don't know. I have a life outside of this. Season two can be a slog at times. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, Always Sunny in Philadelphia is one of those sitcoms that I've never seen, but I have seen clips of it on like TikTok and stuff, and it seems really funny. So I'm thinking about starting a sitcom here. We can do such a thing, get a sitcom going and then also a drama going. What do you guys think about season one of True Detective? Because I heard a lot of people say it's the best part of it's one of the best seasons of television. What do you guys think about True Detective? Only season one, because I heard the other seasons are okay, but apparently season one's really good. I saw somebody ask a question earlier. Hold on, give me a second here. What did the wire? No, not the wire. That's not the one that I was looking for. I lost somebody's question. I'm sorry. I have not seen either of those shows, Chubby. Talk seriously about Kendall and Shiv instantly mocked him. Yeah, no. Okay, so here's a succession question I have for you. Who do you guys think? I think we talked about this earlier. Who do you guys think ended up the best out of everybody? I think it's Roman because Roman finally realized. I think at the end of episode 9, at the funeral, he realized that they are bullshit. He realized that he doesn't need this in his life. So when he went into this vote, he just said, peace. Like he voted no for the deal because that's the deal that him and the siblings made. But I think he was kind of happy that Shiv made her decision to ruin the entire thing. Watch that scene where Kendall, Roman, and Shiv are in that office where he yells, "I'm the eldest boy," right? Roman is in the background just going, just vote, Shiv. Like just pull the trigger already. I don't care. Like I don't care what happens. He even opens the door for him. He says, just go. Just vote no. It's fine. I don't need this, and he's happy at the end. And I think he ended up the best out of it. Yeah, Kendall did say that Roman doesn't want it, and it really did feel like that. It really did feel like that. He got out, and that's what I kept on asking all of them to do, to get out, and he got out. Yeah, Chubby. So that's the thing, right? So they all ended up billions of dollars richer. But that's the thing that I think I even overlooked. Oh, this is why I appreciate watching that final thing with Jesse and Mark talking about the episode. They say that it's not about the money and starting your own thing. It's about the fact that Kendall will never be able to build the empire that his dad built. He can have all these millions, but his billions will never build the empire that his dad has, right? So yeah, Chris, I don't think Roman would do that. Honestly, Kumar, I think Roman just. I don't think Roman ever had a chance. I don't think Roman was ever considered. I don't think there was a single point where Roman was ever taken seriously. Yes, Af, it's about them not being Logan. They all want to be Logan, but none of them will ever be Logan. Lucas will never be Logan. Lucas now has a company. Tom is the CEO. It's really Lucas, let's be real. He'll never be Logan. They'll never be Logan. Kendall finding himself, I'll be honest with you, reading that, I don't know, it just sounds kind of boring. Um, I think the what's so entertaining about this show, it's the drama and the failing. And if it's like all positive and he's getting back up, that's not entertaining, right? We want to see them fail. At least I do because it's fun. That's I think that's the appeal of the show, right? Them all just kind of killing each other. Yeah, the chubby the dick pic did Roman no favors there. Lucas will start sending Shiv his blood. Ooh, yeah, I completely forgot that he did say that he wants her like that, right? And Tom being the bitch boy that he is, just took it, just went. Yep, sounds good. Cool. As long as you give me this job, you can do whatever you want. Tom was the ultimate winner. He was always comfortable in a servant in a servant position. Can CEOs? Um, I don't think Tom was a winner. I don't think Tom's a winner because he's still somebody's bitch boy. I don't think you ever want to be anybody's bitch boy. You know what I mean? Like he will be the CEO in name, but Lucas will be making all the calls, and he will. I guess if he's happy being Lucas's bitch boy, that's his happiness. But in my opinion, I think he's still a loser because he's not Logan. You know, Ebba. Yeah, Lucas was great. What did you guys think about Alexander Skarsgård kind of showing up out of nowhere? Hadn't stayed, unlike Adrian Brody. Okay, Max, that's a good point about Tom, right? He gets to live his comfy life, and maybe that's a win for him. If I got a chance to play a character in the show, which one would I pick? I mean, it would have to be the one that I said that I like the most. It would have to be Roman. Uh, with the way that Roman talks to people, with his sarcastic kind of almost not almost very dickheadish humor, I see myself a lot in that when I hang out with my friends and just in general. I do have those tendencies to make sarcastic jokes and be a little bit of a dickhead sometimes. Just sometimes, in like a playful way. I know. I mean, really, you would want to be in all of them, right? Because they have billions of dollars. I would like billions of dollars. It's convincing you that all the characters are actually good at business, Logan included. They all play at being professionals, but they're all flawed. They are all flawed. Yeah, it does make you think that they're all good at business. I think Kendall, out of the siblings, Kendall's the best at business. You know, Shiv gets her things done, but hmm, it's the ego with Shiv. It's the way she gets so excited. Remember in season 2 when Logan promised her the position, and then she got really annoying about it, and I think that's when Logan realized, no, she's not it. Oh, Saf, that's a great point. Yeah, Shiv should have stayed in politics. Yeah, she got played by her dad, and she let him play. She would have had a great career in politics, but she let it go. Who do you think is the person in the show with the best morals? People like Ewan, Frank, Rava. So this is small. Okay, so Ewan, right? Okay, well, even though I like Ewan, let's be real here. He's kind of a hypocrite because he still has the millions and billions of dollars, right? That he castrates his brother over having and running this business. But Ewan is extremely rich because of this business that his brother built, right? Come on. He's although I like where he stands and what and the way he speaks. If we're being real, he's a hypocrite because he still has the billions. Ken has a theory. Shiv is good at negotiating. Logan was uh, might makes that broke my brain for a second, Chris. uh, yeah, it's all just a game to a lot of them. You know what's funny when you say it's all just a game to a lot of them? When my friends were asking, "What's Succession about?" I was like, "It's kind of like Game of Thrones, but without the dragons, because of all the family drama and the successor position, the CEO position, is the throne in Game of Thrones." That's how I describe it to people. Back to the moral thing. Who had the best morals? Bravo was cool, I guess. I don't know. The list is small though. The cartoon, right? I would have loved to see. I don't know if a spin-off thing really works to show what happened. I think if they could have fit it into one of the episodes within the show, a little flashback, a little more story about the way they grew up. Because really, we got a story when Ewan went up there to do his eulogy, right? When he spoke about Logan, that's really the biggest moment where we got to know about their childhood, which I really appreciate. He also talked about their sister Rosie and how Logan always carried the what's the word I'm looking for? He always carried the guilt of potentially killing his sister. That is so dark. Yeah, yeah, Chubby. He was probably Chris stated that there's a cartoon where he was potentially backstabbed. That's maybe works the same way as what you're talking about it with Ewan. Good people in the show are Kendall's children. Oh, the rabbit thing. Man, I didn't even think about it like that. Oh yeah, I guess his children were barely ever in the show. I swear it became less and less of them by each season because he has a daughter or maybe even two daughters. He had a son that was there for a couple of episodes here and there, and then in season 4, it was just like one daughter that was getting pushed around because of politics. Okay, so it was a cartoon, the Scotland episode. Ooh, that was the L to the OG. What an episode that was. What an episode that was. That was the episode he called Logan worse than Hitler, potentially, in the history. Best duo of Succession. Best duo. Tom and Shiv could have been the best duo, man. They really could have been the best duo. If uh if Shiv just wasn't trying to undermine him every single time. You know what? The best duo? I'm gonna say the best duo is Logan and Colin. They get shit done. Logan has a plan and he goes, Colin, do this thing for me, and Colin does it. Best duo right there. No, I haven't seen anything with Sarah Snook before. This is the first thing. I've never seen her in anything before. Tom and Greg are Shaq and Curry. Yeah, in terms of comedy, they are. Yeah, Greg and Tom. Yeah. Uh, Speaking of Kendall's kids, what did you think of the reveal at the end by Roman that Kendall's kids are not biologically his? That's this show provides information like that sometimes, and it just like leaves it out in the air. Like, what am I really supposed to do with that? It's like one of the final scenes. Roman says it while they're arguing. It's never explained or ever touched on again. It's like, I guess it's an open-ended thing. I honestly don't have much opinions about it because I don't really care about Kendall's kids. Kendall's kids were barely ever in the show. I really I really barely care about that. When Logan was reading a book to Iverson to comfort him. Yep, that did happen. Yeah, yeah, Chubby, that is the show. But it's just one of those things. Like, you seriously gonna drop it in the last 5 minutes, and it's like this big reveal. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? The show's already ending. I'm not gonna think about his kids. I didn't think about his kids when the show was going on. Do you guys remember? Someone pointed this out on Twitter. I think it was on Father's Day of this year. Somebody said, "Happy Father's Day to one episode father, Roman Roy." Because I'm pretty sure if you go back and watch that first episode, there's a daughter walking around with him the entire episode that they just deleted after the pilot. Do you think that Hugo intentionally did some insider trading, or did his daughter screw him up? I think his daughter screwed him up. At least that's the way he made it sound, that his daughter screwed him up, and he was really unhappy with her. That there's so much history of abuse amongst the siblings. We only see a small slice of it. Yeah, and there's also a history of abuse with Logan, right? And one of the when we talk about music, by the way, with Nicholas Bertel, do you guys remember Austerlitz from season one? Nicholas he has all these remixes and renditions of the Succession theme. He had this acoustic version that I love listening to in Austerlitz, the episode when they went to Connor's ranch. In that episode, they also talked about how Logan was abused by his uncle, and we saw scars on his back. Never brought up again, never touched on again. I'm honestly fine with that. It's like a subtle thing. If you see it, which well, you have to see it because it's right in your face, it's there, cool, you know. Don't have to go too much into it. Uh, but a squeak by it. Yeah, Ewan talks about the way his uncle and his aunt just never. I guess they blamed Logan for bringing the polio home, right? Yeah, Roman. It's so funny. It's the nature of pilots. They sometimes recast people. You make a pilot, and that's the first episode. And sometimes shows, if you don't know, sometimes shows make pilots, and then it would be months before they greenlight them for like an episode two or for an entire season. So what might have happened here is they made this pilot, showed it to HBO. HBO really liked it, and then they called them back like months later when they already reworked some stuff, and they deleted Roman's kids out of existence, which is good. Leave Roman single, let him do his own thing. It's much more interesting. Did Greg ever finish doing Greenpeace? I don't know. The show just forgets about it. Yeah, Game of Thrones is a great example. There's a very, very, very famous story about their first pilot was really bad, and they had to redo the entire thing. Yeah, again, I don't really like thinking about Game of Thrones, man. That last season just really ruined it. Such a great show until those final two seasons. Just an update. I know some of you in the chat are still going. If you're just joining the stream, this is not the stream that I intended. Main computer is not working, so I had to use this laptop. That's why the camera looks so weird, but you can hear me, so we're talking. We're having fun here. Um, we've been going on for like an hour now. Do you guys have any questions for me? I feel like this is like a Zoom meeting. I feel like we're being like a job interview. Any questions for me now after I talk to you guys? I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up soon. Do you guys have any questions for me? We will be doing some shows soon again, right? Recording some other stuff. Always Sunny. I'm really looking forward. I'm gonna do Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I can tell you that. In terms of dramas, there's a lot of suggestions. Oh yes, Chernobyl. That's the question that I was looking for earlier. You asked me about Chernobyl. I watched one episode, and it's funny because I really enjoyed the first episode, and then I just kind of forgot about the show. That's just on the great first episode, and I heard the entire show is great. I just forgot about. There's a lot of things to watch, tons of streaming services, lots of shows, guys. Sometimes things can get lost. That's why I'm only on season 3 of The Sopranos still. but the history is wildly inaccurate. Yeah. I actually I believe my dad told a story because I come from that part of the world. I'm not from Ukraine, but I come from that part of the world. I think I used to have like a relative or my aunt's husband got like sent there to like help clean up and fix stuff way back when. Yeah, Chernobyl's a like crazy human event that happened. How's your guys Fridays go? Oh, anybody playing Spider Man? Anybody playing Spider Man? Spider Man 2? Anybody? Oh, thank you so much, Max. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed being on this succession journey, and people like Max and a bunch of you guys. Honestly, all of you. I've seen in the comments of the videos. You guys are amazing with the interactions, and interactions on videos is very important. Your comments are, they help spread the video to more viewers. So thank you guys so much for that. Really appreciate it. What we do in the Shadows film and TV show, is that the thing that Taika Waititi did? I like mockumentaries. Taika Waititi, man, that guy kind of had a fall off, especially with his works on Thor and stuff. I wish I could share my screen here. Haunting of the Hill House, that's the Mike Flanagan thing, right? I just recently, like a month ago, actually watched Doctor Sleep because I read the book. I read the book, The Shining, or I listen. I audiobook nowadays, guys. Not a big deal. Trying to educate myself, get the brain all big. But I did audiobook The Shining and Doctor Sleep, and then I watched the movies for the first time. Those videos might come out soon. Actually, I just gotta edit them. Taika Waititi will never be Jojo Rabbit. Yeah, yeah. Mike Flanagan has a new show out that just came out, right? House of Usher or something like that. I heard it's really good. Audiobook, yeah, Chris. I just finished. sorry. Gunskin, Gunskin. That's my friend. If anybody's wondering, that's just my buddy. He's being a goofball here. Yeah, audiobooks. I just this week I finished Killer of the Flower Moon because I'm planning on seeing that movie tomorrow. Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio. Anybody planning on seeing that this weekend? I know it's 3.5 hours. It's pretty long, but I'm excited. All-star cast: Marty, Fall of the House of Usher. I guess one final thing that I want to leave you with is actually give me a second here. Just gotta check. Okay. Honestly, Seth, I haven't seen the movie. I'm seeing the movie. I'm seeing the movie tomorrow, but I would probably see the movie first because the movie's so long. It's 3.5 hours, and I there's a part of me that's scared that because now I know the entire story because of the book, that I'm just like there isn't going to be anything in the 3.5 hours that's going to like catch me off guard or like a plot twist. So probably watch the movie first if you're going to see it now, and then do the book. The book goes very in deep about the Osage trials and everything, like super in deep, that I don't think the movie will do. By the way, it's great that you release Succession reactions so quickly. Like some reaction channels upload just 2 episodes when you upload an entire season. Yeah, I don't have that many subscribers. I don't have that many shows that I'm doing on this channel. Hopefully, we'll have more in the future. I edit all these videos myself, so I have to kind of pace myself how I do these things. It's funny when I say pace myself when I killed season 4 in like a month, but also have to do what works. Succession was popping on this channel, so go off. One final thing that I want to leave you with is I do have a gaming channel, a second channel that I posted one series on like 2 years ago, and then I kind of hopped off that channel. But I am planning to get back onto it because Spider-Man 2 came out yesterday, or today, actually. Today. It came out today. So my second channel, that's the name. I'm going to type it in the chat. So it's just my name, Raheem Online. Look it up. It's, I wish I could show you. Don't have the screen anymore. But if you can subscribe to that, and if you're interested in watching me play some games, it will be more chill. It'll just be me playing games. Like I'll be playing Spider-Man 2. I'll be uploading videos to that with that. If you're interested in that, check that out. Subscribe. Really appreciate that. Comically High. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, it looks like we had a long discussion about Succession. You're late to the stream, but again, I'm using this crappy laptop because my actual computer couldn't handle the stream, so that's why the camera quality is all off. But we had a great time talking. Thank you, Chris, for joining. Thank you, Saf. Thank you, Max. Thank you, even Gunskin. Some of my friends joined the chat to goof around a little bit. Thank you guys so much. Comically High, sorry. I guess you can watch the VOD back. Hour 16. I'll leave it up. But it was fun. Would you guys want to see more streams in the future? That's the last thing I'm going to leave you with. Streams in the future. This was the first stream. There will be better quality. They will be better quality. I'll figure it out with my main computer. Yep. Great. Yep. I'll be happy to do more streams. This was fun. All right, so it's Friday. I'm gonna go watch some hockey. My favorite hockey team is playing right now, and then I'm gonna go play Spider-Man. Record some of that. If you're interested in that, again, second gaming channel, Raheem Online. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Premiere videos. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but yeah, I could do that. It's one click, sure. If you guys want to chat in the comments while you're watching, sure. I just don't think I get enough views quickly for people to talk during like the premiere. But yeah, I could look into that. Okay, guys, have a good night. Have a great weekend. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this crappy quality stream. And yeah, see you.